to my channel. Before I go ahead and talk about the details of this video, I want to congratulate you for your acceptance into a university in the US. Girl, boy, be happy. It is not a small feat, and you did it. You did it. You did it. And everyone is so proud of you. So if you are here today, definitely you are watching because you are preparing for your F1 interview, or unfortunately, you've already gone for round one and you could not make it. So you want to look at ways you can avert the situation. Before I even go on to the reasons, I want to tell you what F1 or J1 visas are. So F1 or J1 visas are visas issued to academic students to be enrolled in universities, college, language institution, or any form of education. And it is a non-immigrant visa. I want to repeat it again. F1, J1 visas are non-immigrant visas. When you say non-immigrant, it means that somebody that is not moving to establish a residency in a different country, which means that the intention of giving you that visa is not for you to stay in United States after you are done with your program. The intention is for you to return to your country after the program. So depending on the length of your program and the country you are from, you are likely to get 1 to 5 years for your visa. So I know some people from Nigeria usually get 2 years, no matter the duration on their I-20. So if you know somebody or you've gone there and you have instances like that, don't worry about it. What is important is that the duration on your I-20. Once you get your visa and you enter the country, you don't have to worry when your visa expires. So far as your I-20 has not expired, you are okay to live in United States. So now that I have given you a brief introduction about the intent or the purpose of F1 and J1 visas, let's go ahead and look at the reasons why people are denied F1 or J1 visas. Number one, intent to remain in the US after their program. As I mentioned earlier on, the goal of F1 or J1 visa is for you to go to school and after that return to your home country. So if you go for your interview and you give any hint, any clue that you want to work in the States, you want to help the States, you want to do this in the States, you have family members in the States, you have this in the States, you have this in the States, it clearly tells the consular that you do not want to return to your country, so they are going to reject your visa. So in all your answering, make sure that you do not give any clue about you staying in the States. The truth of the matter is that a lot of people go to school in the state because they want to stay in the state. And the truth is that United States wouldn't easily want you to leave United States after they have trained you, after you are the best in your field. But then, because of the purpose of the F1 or J1 visa, you don't have to say anything about it. In all your answering, make sure that your intent is clear. Your intent is that you will return to your home country after your program. So how do you show this in answering of your questions? You can show this by your family ties. So you have family members in your home country. You have a wife, you have a mother, you have a father who are alive and thriving and have businesses in your country. If you have businesses or properties or anything that shows your ties to your country, you can also show it. If you do not have any of these, do not worry. What is important is that you show enough passion about the love for your country and your intention to return to your country after you are done. So remember, in your essays, you probably wrote about the problems you want to solve in your country. So make sure that you bring these things out in your interview process. Number two, lack of proper financial statement. See, the truth of the matter is that United States will not give visa to anybody that will be a burden on them once they come to the state. So if you have full scholarship, hooray, you do not need any form of financial document. But if you do not have, and a lot of us, you may have partial funding, you have to show proof that you have the money or the resources to take care of yourselves. And how do you show this proof? By providing a financial statement. Your financial or bank statement should contain money more than what the school wants you to provide. So if the school wants you to provide $8,000, you show proof that you have 8,500 or 9,000 or better still 10,000, so that they can give you the visa. And if you have relation with the statement you are submitted to them, if it's your father, your mother, anything like that, if you have documents to show proof of your relation with the person, go with that document. If the person is not a relative, make sure the person writes a statement and sign that he or she is willing to sponsor your education. Apart from that, in your interview, you do not have to show any hint of you needing a job once you get to the States. Actually, when you get to the States, you need to complete 2 full semesters before you can start working. But once in your interview and they ask you questions and you say that, oh, if I come to the States, I'll work in the school, or probably the school has given me a job to do. Once you say those things, it means that you do not have the means. Don't say anything about you looking for a job once you get there or anything like that. Make sure you have the proper financial document. The person who gave you the bank statement, you have a statement of him signing that you are willing to fund your education. If the person is your relation, have other documents to support that as well. 3, suspicious university or degree. So this comes in 2 ways. This could be the university that you attended or the university that you are attending. What documents are you presenting from your school? Is the document you are presenting from your school certified? Is it stamped? Or are they original or they are copies? If they are copies, make sure that they are stamped and they are signed. I would advise that you go with original copies, because the only thing the embassy will take once your visa is approved is your passport. All the other original documents, you will retain it when you are leaving the embassy. So go with the original documents, your certificates, your transcript, and make sure that they are all signed and stamped. About the university you attend, is the university accredited? Is the university genuine? Because there are a lot of fake universities out there. So do your research and make sure that the university is accredited. If you go to the consular and they realize that your university do not have the accreditation, they're definitely not going to give you the visa. Why should they let you come to the States and at the end of the day, your aim of getting education, you do not even achieve it? So do your research. Make sure that your own document that you are sending there, they are correct, they are genuine, there is no suspicion, and the school you are about to attend to, every information about it is genuine. One thing you also have to do is to know your school inside out. You don't want a situation whereby they will ask you about the school you are attending and you do not even know the school. You do not even know the state the school in or the town the school in. You do not even know your academic goals and anything like that. So have enough information about the school, do enough research about the school, know the reason why you want to attend the school, so that when they ask you questions about it, you can readily give it to them. Number 4, poor interview skills. An interview is communication between you and another person. If you show any sign of dishonesty, if you show any sign of lack of confidence, if you show any sign of ill mannerism, you will be denying the visa. So in most cultures, we do not look into the eyes of elders when we are talking to them. But it is very, very different in the United States. If you do not make eye contact with them, there is this suspicion that you are telling lies. So if you get to the consular and you are asked questions, make eye contact with them and provide your answers. Make sure that you go there on time. Make sure that you are dressed properly. Make sure that your hair is kept. Do not give them any reason about your appearance or about the way you talk for them to deny you. Make sure that you speak good English. If you want to speak in your local dialect, then you have to get an interpreter to explain what you mean. But since you are going to school, definitely you have to speak English anyways. So learn how to do interview. The best thing I would advise that you do is to practice. You can practice in front of the mirror. Once you do that, it makes it easy for you when you meet somebody to communicate well with them. If you have family members around you, you can practice with them. So most of the questions that they ask you will be about why you want to go to the school, your intention to return after your program, and also about the documentation that you have. So make sure that and your future goals. So make sure that you get questions around this area and practice answering them. What I would say is that do not memorize these by heart, but you can take the key point and communicate with somebody, or once somebody is interviewing you, you form sentences around it so that it will be natural. If not that, and you've memorized everything and you go and they ask you one question, you can even forget about the whole thing and you mess up over there, which you do not want to do. So practice and make sure that you are well dressed, you are well mannered once you are in front of the consular. 5, lack of proper document. So this comes in two folds. You presenting false documents about your university or not going with all the documents you need. So definitely, you've watched videos on other platforms that talks about the documents you need to present. You have to go with your I-20 or your D-2019. You have to go with your service fee receipt, your application form, and your picture and everything like that. Make sure that anything they asked you, any document they asked you, you go with it. I'll even advise that the document you even use in your application to the school, you go along with it, because you might never know. So you go with your certificate, you go with your transcript, you go with your GRE score. If you have that, go with all the documents you have, and don't forget your passport. If you go there and you do not have what they are asking of you, it means you are not serious. You did not prepare, and they will not give it to you, and you have to come back again, right? So make sure that you go with the correct and all the documents you need. Do not present any false document. If you present a false document, they will get to know about it and you will be denied. The reason why you should know about every document and present genuine documents is that it makes it easy for you to answer the questions once you are asked. If the document is false, you will not know the details about it, so you cannot provide good answers for them, and that will result in you being denied the visa. So these are the 5 steps. But before I go, I want to tell you that if you have gone for the interview and you have been denied a visa, you can apply again. They do not have any limit on the amount of times you can apply for J1 or F1 visa. So apply again and apply these skills I have mentioned over here the next time you are going for your US visa interview. I wish you all the best in the process. I hope you like this video. If you have not subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and do that and tell me what you want to hear and I'll talk about it. Thank you and have a good day. Bye-bye.